way into Able Point Marina for the annual Airlie Beach Race Week. There's always a drama going into the marina, and today it feels like the odds are stacked against us. It's a low tide, and the slip they put us in is way in the back.
Oh, well, see how we go. We're both feeling pretty nervous.
The reason we're so stressed is because there's a super moon, which means the tides are super high and super low. Right now, it's low tide, and with Wildflower's keel at 2.1 metres, we may not have enough clearance under the boat.
We're only sitting in 4.7 meters out here, so God knows if it's deep enough in there. I even checked with the marina office to let them know that we were a 2.1 keel, and they said, no worries, even with the supermoon, we shouldn't have any problem getting into our slip. 15 minutes to the breakwater. Well, they're really busy because of all the race boats today. So they wanted us to do a precise time to get to the breakwater. If it was up to me, I'd wait for the tide to come up some more. But the marina's trying to organize it so all the boats don't show up at once. As you can imagine, the marina's busiest day of the year is the first day of race week. We want to be organized.
You want me to head in?
Work your way there slowly. Race boats have come from all over Australia to compete, so the marina's going to be chock-a-block. Well, this ought to be interesting. Oh, it's a thrilling minute, this sailing. It's very shallow. The alarms are going off. The alarm's going off, and I'm thinking, how can it be this shallow? We're in the middle of the channel. Oh, stressful. 2-1, 2, 1-8. It can't actually be 1.8. We've hit bottom. I'm stuck. Me. We're now sitting in a meter of mud. Can you get on the radio with them?
What do you want me to tell them?
Tell them we're stuck. Tell them we've just hit bottom at 1.6 and we're 2.1 draft.
I was really shocked. I got so used to Dan worrying about all the bad things that were going to happen that never actually happened. And then suddenly we hit the bottom.
We can't get back there. It is very stressful going into the marina. You have a large boat, there's only 2 of us on it, very little room to maneuver, and you're always concerned about doing damage to your boat or somebody else's and looking the fool. What'd she say?
She said stand by.
I'm gonna be on those rocks in a minute. Hitting the bottom can cause serious damage, so at some point, we're going to have the keel checked. For now, I'm hoping the engine has enough grunt to back us out into deeper water. We're free again. What a relief. All I can do now is go back outside the marina and wait for the next high tide. We didn't do any damage.
Oh, crikey.
Can you go look in the bilge? Make sure there's no water in it? 3 hours later, the tide's up and we're heading back in. Going in for the second time. Tide's come up at least a meter. It's still a bit low, but if we wait any longer, it's gonna be dark. As always, for me, docking today had its drama. But it's good to be back in our home away from home, the lovely Able Point Marina. We did it. Whew.
Remember we met Libby Edge on the Eco Barge a couple of weeks ago? Well, Libby also runs the Whitsunday Turtle Rescue Centre, and today she's come to the marina to pick up a sick turtle.
What have we got here, boys?
Hey,
g'day.
just found him sort of swimming like kind of aimlessly, and
You can see he's pretty sick because normally turtles can clean themselves, but this guy obviously has just been sitting in the mud. So let's have a look at his undercarriage. All right, so we'll take him back to the Turtle Rescue Centre and we'll assess him and I'll let you guys know what happens to him. Sweet, well done. Isn't that a great feeling? So hopefully it eats and we'll clean it up. And
What are your thoughts, Libby?
it's in a bad state. It's really got a lot of algae and a lot of barnacles, so this turtle's been sick for quite a while.
Libby set up the Whitsunday Turtle Rescue Centre in 2013. Since then, she's rescued dozens of sick turtles.
Okay, so we just have a little assessment. Is there anything that we can see that's obviously wrong with this turtle? Can't really see anything on this side. Sometimes when they've been floating for a long time out in sea, they have this plastron bone that actually pokes through this. And when you see that, it's horrific, and it's very hard to bring them back from that. So he's actually looking like he's in pretty good nick here, but lots of barnacles, as you can see, which he's been floating or he's been on the mud flats for a long time. You're gonna be my friend. Okay, so I'm just gonna place him in the water so it slowly goes up. So now what we're watching for is that he looks comfortable, but also that he's got enough energy to lift his head to breathe. We'll just assess his float, and then hopefully one day he'll lose that float and we'll be able to release him.
There are a few things that can cause float, but a lot of the time, plastic stuck in the gut is the culprit. This is what happens when they get float. He's got something in his stomach that's blocking him up. His normal food's fermented. It's made gas. The gas is trapped. He floats to the top, gets stuck on either a tree branch, gets hit by a boat that's out there, can't dive for his food. If they can't dive, they starve to death.
It's hard to get rid of float, but Libby has a plan.
I normally give them around about 2 to 3 days, just let them get used to their environment, and then we'll start teasing her with some squid. And once we get her to start eating, and once she starts passing, we're hoping that can flow through, and she may lose her float with all our fingers and toes crossed.
See, he can't go down. He's trying to swim down and he just can't do it. Until that gas is released and he takes a good poo and they get him healthy again, he's never going to be able to get to the bottom of the pool. Can't get to the bottom of the pool, you can't get released. Poor little thing. Fishing bait bags are one of the main causes of float. So all you fishermen out there, make sure your bait bag goes in the bin, not the water.
And Libby, thank you for everything you're doing to help our turtles.
Next, I'm getting ready for a day of racing. Airlie Beach Race Week kicks off. When the shackle broke and the sail ended up in the water, I thought, hey, the race is over.